Alright, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 39 of the Fantasy Guyz Wednesday edition. We got another awesome show ready for you today. Billy Farhat is pointing at our guest today, and our guest today is Fatis. Fatis is in the building, a.k.a. the champion, a.k.a. the assassin. My bad, I meant to say Coach Billy, by the way. We got Coach Billy in the building as well. You got Jose, myself, Omar T. You know, Mo T couldn't make it. Inshallah, he's all right. Everything good. I know he's after a big win, probably celebrating it too much. But
too much grubbing.
Too much grubbing. That's what it was. Billy, you about to say something right now, Billy?
I was going to say the only fattest that matters on Team Bosch. MashaAllah alayh. He's here.
Oh,
that's the only fairness that matters.
You want to say that? Oh my God,
Let's not forget about Faris al-Malahi, man. He did an outstanding job last night. People don't realize what he did, but if they
locked down way off Mo.
If they didn't see, go ahead and watch film again and see what he did.
Yo, what's up? We were giving the speeches out early right now. You giving speeches out early?
No. Faris needs more recognition, and everyone's talking about me. Listen, I'm just a decent player on a great team. And he's doing a lot for the team, and it's unbelievable.
Well, listen, we're definitely about to get into that. So our topics for today is we're going to talk about the big games yesterday, the semifinal games in the L.O.L League. We'll do a championship preview as well. Billy is here to represent Team Ba'dani, all right? So just want to throw that out there. This is a quote from the captain, all right? Okay. Billy Farhat is here to represent Team Ba'dani.
Just speaking on their behalf. Relax.
Yeah, speaking on their behalf.
I think Fatis just found out right now that he's here.
Yeah, so Fatis is... No, he is the representative. He knew he was the representative. Okay. He's the representative. Is it called Team Bosch, by the way? Is that what it's called? Or is y'all just...
Triple O. Our team?
Yeah.
Triple O's.
Triple O's. All right, so Team Triple O, and is it Team Ba'dani? Is that what it's called as well?
Team Ba'dani, yeah.
Team Ba'dani. So we got representatives here. We'll talk about the championship game. Of course, we'll get into Detroit sports, NBA free agency, and then, of course, we had some NFL news today with Baker Mayfield trade. So we'll talk about that a little bit. Before I do that, though, I want to give a shout-out to our sponsors of today. First sponsor is one of the commissioners, Fatis' boy, Bessam Goba, and Hammer Time True Value Hardware. Location is 16380 East Warren Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. They are a sponsor of both Fantasy Guyz shows. Great service, great prices, all of your hardware needs. Shop local, best hardware store in Detroit. Listen, BG, Adnan Goba, great people, man. We appreciate their support.
Shout out to BG.
Shout out to BG. As much as we like to mess around, being a commissioner of any league is not easy.
It's not.
It's not.
He went through a lot of controversy this season, and I think he did a hell of a job finishing off the season. And I hope he continues running this league. I really do.
He owns a hardware store?
Yes.
That's pretty befitting.
A couple of them.
Because he almost screwed up the league a few times.
Hey, that's Billy. Billy come with the lines. I want to quickly run through these comments, and then we'll jump in. We got somebody saying, "What's up, Oz? What's going on?" Choop, best show on Wednesday night, aka Prime Time, E-Block for Life. Moti, Coach of the Year, real talk. We're going to get into that, too. Moti's coaching. All right, Caltrey then said Billy Buckets in the building. Mohammed Edrais, my favorite podcast, rerunning in. Actually, I don't want to screw up his last name. Did I say that right, his last name?
Idrus.
All right.
Mohammed Idrus, I don't know.
Mohammed Idrus.
Okay.
All right. Then he said Fatis, a.k.a. Draymond Green. Do you agree with that, by the way?
Talking about Fatis Malahi, not you.
Listen,
I don't know.
If he's talking about Draymond Green as Faris Malahi, definitely. I mean, what he did yesterday, again, people need to watch.
I'd say Patrick Beverly. I don't think Draymond.
The number one pick overall was locked down to 0 field goals.
Who?
What are you talking about?
Muhammad Al-Hajj.
Muhammad Al-Hajj?
0 field
wow.
goals.
Really?
How many?
0 field goals.
I didn't know that.
The first pick had 0 field goals?
And people never even looked at it. They looked at the
outcome
of the game.
0 or 1?
0 field goals, 5 free throws. And I bet you if Malahi could defend him in the free throws, he would have had 0 free throws.
Wow.
Yeah.
The first pick had 0 field goals.
0 field goals.
I didn't know
that. The person
that.
everybody was waiting for didn't show up.
Here we go.
It must be in the bloodline.
Man.
He said, I think he's calling you, German, because then he said, you got Mr. Triple Single in the house. All right, that's what he said, Mohammed. He said that. Welcome back, Jose. We miss you. League of Legends, Team Hussein shaking my head. You know, I guess League of Legends is not happy that Team Hussein made it. And then Moti said, Fatis, aka, oh, he's saying the guy on the show. So he's calling you, Draymond. What's up?
I've heard that before. Listen, when you play on a team like I'm playing on a team right now with Bosch and L.O.L and Osama and Umar and Faris, you just it makes it a lot easier to play for those guys. I mean, all you gotta do is find them
like
open
Steve Kerr in the 96
and just come
Bulls.
back and play defense. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean,
You get what I'm saying?
I appreciate the comments, but
You're more like Steve Kerr in the 96 Bulls, straight up.
Yeah, coming off the bench. You
Or
could say
John
that.
Paxson.
Yeah, you could say
Not
that.
coming off
I
the
mean,
bench. I'm talking about in regards to having a great team around you.
But
You know, you have less stress, and you also perform better because you have more confidence, right?
Yeah, for sure. And,
that's what it is. I don't need to do much.
I know you
I just got to find my guys. And Bosh did a hell of a job drafting.
Oh,
and
elite
I
drafting.
mean, anybody could go in there and be compatible with that team.
yeah, for sure. And you are definitely doing your job for sure. Just off watching the game. By the way, that's Hamada. I apologize, Hamada. You know, like Moti did say, he's like, we know you as Hamada, L.O.L. Shout out to Hamada. We're going to get into
Ask
that.
him
But
how's Cancun.
how's Cancun?
Yeah.
By the way, how is Cancun, Hamada? I know he's out there right now enjoying himself.
He's on vacation.
Hamad is Mohammed Al-Idrus?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did. That's what I just clicked to my head too
That's
as well.
That's a cute nickname.
My brother Moti used to be called Hamada
They're
as
gonna
well.
call him Hammam because he crapped the bed, you know.
There you go. Alright, by the way, Qamariya coffee, he's drinking it right now. alright?
Unbelievable. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
There
for
you
the,
go.
For the victory last night as well.
So Hamada said, tell Faddis I'm drafting him next year due to the mid-level exception. Alright? So as long as you're okay with that,
Man,
Faddis.
I love Hamada, man. He's a great guy. I know a lot of people bought into the controversy and the comments he made and we made all last week on WhatsApp, but it was all fun and games for everybody to know. And he's a hell of a player. I'd love to play with him, but it's gonna be hard taking me away from Bosh.
Listen, let's get into it, right? So obviously it was a big game. You know, it was a semi-final game yesterday. We had two games. It was Team Bosh pretty much against Team Hamada, and then you had Team Ba'dani versus Team Kemal. All right, you guys were in the second game. Going into this game, I was kind of talking about this before. The league needed a guy like Hamada. You know, he is kind of the villain. I mean, obviously Bosh, in my eyes, is probably one of the best players in the league, if not the best player, right? But Hamada came in, you know, he was talking his talk, and he was backing it up.
He was.
And, you know, again, I don't watch these games. I'm just kind of hearing it from them, the way they talk, maybe watch one or two. But, you know, from what you guys were saying is people didn't expect their team to go as far as they did.
That's true.
You know, he took
Only
them
me.
there.
I was the first
I
one
picked
to.
him dark horse, remember?
Yeah, okay, and so long story short is he did what he got to do, and now big game shows up. You guys took care of business. You want to tell us, you know, kind of how that game went,
You
your
know,
thoughts on it?
Our eyes were on Mon Haj and Hamada. We knew that they were capable of scoring 30 apiece, and they didn't need anything from anybody else. So we went in there and we tried to slow them down a little bit, and I think we did a hell of a job doing that.
0 field goals.
But we did know they had nothing
Else.
to worry about. I mean, if they lose, they have a reason why to say why they lost. So we knew they were going to come out and be fired up, and we had everything to lose. So, but the guys held up, and we got the outcome we wanted.
You guys, I was noticing anytime Hamada or Mo, I believe, had the ball, you guys jumped on him, double team. Was that the game plan?
Yes, it was. We did not want them to do what they wanted to do.
Have
And
somebody else beat you.
Make them uncomfortable, make them dribble the other opposite way, and just get them off their comfort zone. So that's what we did.
Billy, what's up? You was on the sideline too. What was your thoughts?
You can't draft a team the way Hamada did, where you can play off two players and go double their best players, right? Everybody has to be guardable. That's what Bosh did a great job on. You can't leave Faddis open. You can't leave Owl open. You can't leave Osama open. Omar bin Ziban, is that his last name?
Omar Ziban.
You can't leave anybody open on his team, right? So you can't double Bosh now. And if you do, you're going to have to pick your poison. What do you want?
Yeah.
So that's what Hamada messed up on. He went and got me Ridwan al-Hag and Nader, what's his name? Nader, whatever, Alabad. And you can keep these guys open, right? You don't have to factor them. I'm not talking about their game. I'm just saying they can't shoot.
Yeah.
They're not really a factor. You don't worry about them.
Yeah.
They're not going to give you more than 10 points. If that. That's a career high. So that's what Hamada messed up with, right? He took two scorers. Munir is actually a dog, too. You can't leave Munir open. But he has two players that you can always play off of. That's why they're always double teamed.
I think also what's a big factor that Hamada was his first time being a captain in our league. So knowing, understanding the personnel was a big thing too. Bosh knew everybody in the league more than Hamada. A lot of guys did.
Wait, but these are guys we grew up with, most of them.
But still, it's different. It's organized basketball. You got Bosh, you got Munawar, even Abad, who knows a little bit more than Hamada. Hamada came from, a different basketball background. He played with a little bit younger guys.
But I think you're being political, man. When you pick a team that's average height is 5'4", you're not gonna go far. I'm serious.
Yeah, but I
Listen,
guarantee you.
Faddis, we want that. We want the straight up Faddis right now.
I'm being
we don't
straight
want
up.
that. He is.
I
We want the Yafri. Give us the Yafri.
I know Hamada. He's not gonna pick the same guys unless it fits into the system again. He's gonna go ahead and get the guys that are gonna help him win, and that's how Hamada is. He's not gonna say it now. He's not gonna say it during the season because it's the wrong thing to do. but I think he's going to go out there next year and draft the right guys. And he knows it. Let's be honest. He knows that he messed up maybe with a couple picks. He's going to deny. No, of course he is, right?
Some people
He's
he
gonna
picked
deny
went in the 6th round in our league.
But
You know,
yeah.
he just put they
He
beat
picked him in the
our
3rd round.
blank. Tell him stop being nice. That is Hamada. And Hamada team accomplished something that was not expected. Said Jamid. And then he said
You beat a Sufi-less team with Manila. Relax.
And then Jimmy did say Faddis is my hero as well. Just always wanted to make sure you said that. I wanted to make sure I mentioned Jose. I know you haven't watched much, but what are your thoughts on the whole situation?
I'm just rooting for my brother. And the story, I don't care about the rest. I don't care about the other team. Go team.
Your brother is on
Team Bosch. Yes.
Team Bosch, Faddis
Yes.
Melahi, Moti called him Marcus Smart. You guys agree with that comparison?
Yes, I love that comparison actually. I mean, that guy's just focused, and you just give him an assignment, and
He's a dog.
and that's
He's
it.
no fear.
Just so you know, he's playing with a big injury too, by the way.
I believe me, I'm aware.
He's playing
of
with a big
I'm aware
injury.
of it, and he's a proud guy. So you know, he goes out there and he plays from
He's tough.
yeah, from the first minute to the last. I love the guy.
He's tougher than Hamad Melahi, his brother.
He ain't the best of the best though.
There you go. Moment out here is the best of the best. Listen, I want to say this now while we're here, right? Too, since we're on your team, man. I want to give a shout out to my big bro Moti. I got to do it. He's not here today. I was going to tell him it
Coach
to
of
his
the
face right now. But listen, Moti, I was telling Faddis this before the show. Name me a better top player coach duo than Bosch and Moti. Their connection, okay? Like it's a respect that I've noticed, and obviously Bosch, him being the great player that he is. You know, you got to be able to make sure you have that kind of relationship with a player that is that good. And I watch
He's a
Moti.
genius.
Yes, not only with the team, not just Boss, but there's the whole team. Obviously, does his job. You know, you don't have to say much. You know, it's an adult league. You ain't got to sit here and literally walk around and coach them one by one.
He is a genius.
He's doing his thing. You know, so shout out to Moti. He's one win away from
Sees
getting
the
his
game.
third.
He's actually the one that told Fahmy to draft me.
Yes, I know.
Sees
He
the
was telling
game.
me. He was
Fahmy
telling me.
takes all the credit, but it was really Motif.
And go ahead, Faddis.
Moti, people forget that this is Moti's team originally. He was a captain when we first started a 30-year-old league, and he went and drafted Bosch #1, drafted Osama, drafted L.O.L. So this is kind of his dynasty. People forgot that he got hurt,
Mark Jackson.
and now he's back on the team. And mind you guys, I did offer him my 2nd, 3rd, and 4th pick for that #1 pick overall because I wanted Bosch, and he said nope. Those 2nd and 3rd and 4th round picks are not going to give me Bosch. I'm straight. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
And he refused. And look where he's now. He's got a ring, and hopefully next week he's gonna have his 2nd ring.
There you go.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. They have a good team, man. They have a good team. But there was another game. It was Team Kamal versus Team Danny. I'm gonna start off with you on this one, Billy. You were probably watching and seeing.
I'm assistant coach on the team.
Okay, so what exactly happened with this game? They said Kamal was the favorite, or at least supposed to be the favorite. So what happened?
You know, first I have to address something. The elephant in the room. I shouldn't have to sit at the stat table and babysit people when I'm on a team and I'm an assistant coach and I'm trying to motivate my guys to win. I literally had to baby them to make sure they're doing the fouls correctly. Farhat is the one who brought it to my attention. They were misusing the fouls and allocating to different players. That's terrible, right? And
Yeah.
I suggest you guys have somebody there that's responsible to take the stats there next week, because at the end of the day, it's hype. So I'm not saying my team lost because I wasn't there, but I am a big factor in regards to motivation and telling guys what to do at the right times.
Yeah.
And in regards to Hussein, I think his team, I think they wanted it more. If you look at our stat sheets, the numbers don't lie. So a lot of my guys were held to single digits, right?
Yeah.
But I think all of them, except maybe Muhammad and Kamal. You can't go into a big platform and not give it your all 100%. Shout out to Hussein Adani's team. They fought. They wanted it more. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, they looked a lot more hungry.
Oh, they were hungry.
They looked more prepared. I'll be honest. They looked more prepared, and they wanted it a lot more. The other guys, I think maybe they kind of underestimated them. They thought, you know what, we got Kamal on our
Well,
side.
when you have your center saying
know,
we won
but-
7 in a row, we're the first place
but
team.
Jay
He did good,
Jay
but-
came in big.
I understand.
When they went on their runs, 10-0 runs, 11-0 runs, he came and had that, bucket and ones, and gave them life.
You
gave
never
them hope.
underestimate any opponent, any platform. That's all I'm saying. They wanted it more. Shout out to them. Hussein Badani actually asked me to shout out Faddis after the game. I don't know, they were talking or something like that. He asked me to shout you out and say that he loves you a lot, and you guys.
I love him, man. Hussein, the trained by Danny, man.
Yeah.
He's a beast.
He also wanted me to shout out
He's a
Kamal, and he also wanted me to shout out Bosch, and he wanted to say, Bosch, put on your big boy shoes next
Hussein
week. That's what he
comes-
said.
Nice.
Put on your big boy shoes, Bosch. You heard what he said?
Hussein comes from a great basketball family.
Oh yeah, I love his game.
A lot of people but probably don't know them. Hassan, mashallah. That's where I think that's where Hussein got his dribbling and his strength from. Abdullah is one of my favorites.
I think Hassan got 95% of strength.
Abdullah is one of my favorite two-way players of all time.
Yeah.
That guy, I love that guy. And what Hussein's doing with that team, he drafted a good team. He's got, Maad, Yusuf, he's drafted Mad.
They're a big mismatch for
everybody, Suleiman, they all know their roles. That's the biggest thing about winning. Everybody has to. Nobody's gonna go out there and get 30 points. If everybody's gonna go there with the mindset, I'm gonna score 30, you ain't gonna win.
Yeah.
Who's gonna rebound? Who's gonna pass? Who's gonna defend? Who's gonna put the guys in the right position to make the calls? So a lot of these players don't understand that. But Hussein got everybody locked in, man, and it's gonna be tough next week.
Yeah, so let me read off a couple of these comments right quick. So we got a couple people. Hamada said Popovich and Duncan. That's what Hamada said. I think the Moti and Bosch connection. And then Khalid said Bosch is Kobe, Moti is Phil. And then Hamada said tell them Faddis is like a coach on the court too. Then Moti said thanks fellas, but job is not done. I agree. I have a team full of assistant coaches, high IQ players. All right. And then Jimmy said cheating, Billy. You can say it. All right. When you were talking about the scandal, the foul gate. All right, the foul gate. All right, he said cheating, Billy. You can say it basically.
Something did happen, but that wasn't the result of the game. Let's be honest.
No, they wanted more. I'm not taking away from. I'm not saying
they made some big shots. They made some scrappy boards, and that's how you win a game.
No, they wanted it more. They deserved to win. They showed up to play. My guys didn't. We'll see them next time. I'm just saying that I shouldn't have to result to that. For I have to sit there on the bench and literally go over you and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Watch the video. You guys will see that.
And then Tony said they looked hungrier? If they were hungry, they should have went to Grubbin. All right. So that's what he said. Hamada got a breaking news. Team Hamada will acquire the rights to Faddis for 2023. We need to know what's being sent. That's what I need to know is what being sent. All right. That's for sure. We need to confirm that. Faddis has a no trade clause in his contract. Tony said. And then breaking news, Jamil said he will acquire Grub in. And yesterday's price, not today's price. They can't afford Faddis. So I wanted to make sure I went over all of those comments and everything.
MashaAllah, mar'ouk.
I think they're talking about the other Faddis because I think they're realizing now what kind of performance he had. So.
No, he did have a good game, by the way. Faddis had one of those quiet, like maybe the stat sheet won't tell the whole story kind of game, but he had a very good game yesterday as well. You guys had a good game as a team, man.
Yeah, we did.
You guys played really well as a team.
We had a game plan thanks to Multi and Bosch. We had a great game plan, and we bought into it, and that's the main thing, and that's why we're here.
Coach Billy, how you going to stop him next week? That's what I want to know.
Listen, man, they've been coming at me and asking me to coach with saying I haven't made up my mind yet. What I heard was supposedly I was supposed to be assistant coach to Multi, but let's say Bosch signed Osri for a 10-day contract, totally stabbing me in the back. So I'm going to confirm that first before I make any decisions.
Do you guys get rings, by the way, if y'all win? Or what do y'all get? Anything? T-shirts? A trophy?
I have no idea, but choose your side wisely. I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Billy, what you doing, Billy? Talk to me. I know you got messages coming from both sides right now, right, Billy? Can you confirm right now?
Listen, man. First of all, the commissioner Ghazwan should not be coaching that team. That's a conflict of interest. First of all.
Okay.
Second of all, I've been offered both sides, but I love both guys the same. All right. But they did try to sign Osri on the other side, kind of hurt me. I'm going to confirm that before I make a final decision.
All right.
I'll tell you guys where I take my talents.
So, speaking of this, by the way, all right, I'm going to quickly just ask this question because we would love to cover that game. All right, just want to throw it out there. Just want to ask you this since you're a player on that team. I don't know if BG has mentioned it to you guys yet, but I was going to either call you or BG is going to call you or somebody was going to call you guys. Tuesdays, we have a show and I've already booked it. I was wondering, would you be okay if you guys were to move the game any other day but Tuesday?
Hey, for a good cause, I'm down for whatever. So, and I already let Bosch know, and I think the majority of the team is okay with moving the game to Wednesday.
Yeah, I'd love for it to be Wednesday.
He brought it up to us right after the game. I think last night, maybe an hour after the game on the group chat.
Okay, so BG on top of his thing. That's what's up.
So
BG.
I think for the most part, we're good from our side. I think, but you can double check with Bosch and double check. But I'm okay with it personally.
Definitely want to cover that game, man. It should be a great game.
Yeah.
Is there an All-Star game for you guys?
I have no idea. Maybe that's a question for
I mean,
BG.
if you guys, I mean, seriously.
Yeah, I think that'll help. Wait, I think that's a good point. I mean, if you guys have a nice
charge
nice
$5
pickup
a
game
ticket.
from the because the refs don't want to be there. I heard for just one game. They want to get paid for the full day. So go ahead and schedule something.
Well,
some
the thing
kind
is,
of
I
event.
think they should do it in an event.
An
Where they
all-star
charge $5
game,
or
like last
$10 a
time.
ticket and give the charity to any Muslim country.
Or a charity game for.
That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was just trying to stream the game live. I ain't trying to do nothing crazy. I mean, like, cause it takes planning, and I don't got time unless
You're right.
y'all want to do something else. But
right.
y'all can have an all-star game. I personally just want to go there and I just want to stream the game live. I think it's gonna be a great game, and I think it'll be fun. And you know, we always enjoy those games that we have, especially as a championship game. And it sounds like it's about to be two good teams in that championship game.
Why you pointing at me?
Because man, you definitely on the other side. I already know. Billy already signed the
That's what it
contract.
looks like, right?
Hey,
It sounds official.
Billy already signed the contract.
We didn't assign the seats. You guys just sat in them.
Yeah, on purpose. All right, they were here early. We had a meeting beforehand.
Listen.
We came back here to this area. They all sat on the opposite side.
You never bet against Bosch, and you don't know what Hassan Badani is going to do because he's still new to the league.
Hey, brother, how old is he?
31?
31.
Who?
Hassan Bardani.
I have no idea.
He's
Okay.
31 in American years, but in Yemen
In Yemen, he's like 35, 36.
No, he looked relatively young. He looked
Yeah,
relatively
he's
young.
about 31.
Yeah, I could say yeah.
But you can't bet against Bosch and you can't bet against Hassan Bardani either. So, I mean, so I'm going to tell you guys straight up what I think. I think both sides are great. I think Hassan Bardani's team is a bad matchup for their team. That's just my opinion. They match up worse with their team, right?
Like they're gonna have a hard time. Is what you're saying?
They are, yeah.
Okay.
Because
Why
they
you say that?
Because they have Langston, Bardani, and they have shooters around them, right? Langston's big and strong, Bardani's big and strong, can move like a guard. The only person they have on their team that can do that is Bosch.
They got shooters though.
I know they do. So does the other team. That's the thing, though.
Okay.
So what did you do with the shooter? How will you stand in the 3-point line away from
It
it?
sounds like you made your decision.
No, I'm not making my decision. Their factor, wallah alim I did, but their X factor is Bosch, right? Bosch is going to give you 30, 40, 50, right? But the thing is that Langston on Bosch, I'm not saying nobody can guard Bosch, mashallah. But Langston on Bosch, or Hassan Bardani on Bosch, it's going to slow them down a little bit. That's just what I see.
Yeah.
I might be wrong.
I can see what you're saying. I can see what you're saying. 'Cause I know.
They got two guys they can shift off of, switch off of.
Yeah.
Those two guys can basically guard anybody in that team,
Yeah.
right? So they can switch out Bosch and they don't have to exert themselves too much throughout the whole night. That's what I'm saying.
I think it'll be a good game. What you think,
You're
Fast man?
I think it's going to come down to who makes the big shots.
Then
We
you can-
already know what Hussein the Train's going to do. We already know what Bosch is going to do. It's going to come down to the rest of the role players.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what it always comes down to, big games. So we're ready. They're going to be ready, and it's going to be fun.
The roles reach goals.
Hey,
The roles reach goals.
Hamada just hit us with I think a 4-syllable word. He said Billy is infatuated by Bosch. He can't coach Hussein. All right. So that is there you go. Hamada is on top of his game. What high school y'all say he went to?
That's all.
That's all.
Yeah.
All right.
He went to Alsakkaf, but he talks like he went to Crestwood.
Jimmy DeBailey said rings and trophy, but we have to check the budget. When I was asking about it, the famous said Feast was a beast. I think Fantasy Malahi, when we were talking about Fantasy Malahi. By the way, I got a quick question about that. The game that is, for those of you that are commenting, give us your predictions because I'm about to ask these guys for their predictions of the game as well. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Ahmed, if you're still around, comment what you guys think the final score will be. Billy, I'm going to start off with you. Alright, what do you think, man? What's the final score gonna look like? You know,
Man.
the game situation. How do you think the game's gonna go? Flow of the game.
You know what? I think it's gonna be 50 to 58 to 54. I think Team Bosch wins the victory. Gets the victory. That's
Okay.
what I think. I think Bosch is gonna bring out the Super Saiyan mode that nobody saw yet. I think he'll go crazy. I think all these guys are gonna be firing on all cylinders because he has that team straight up. And I don't see anybody who's gonna have the team good enough to really make an effect in their overall performance. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really don't, because they're too well oiled.
Yeah. Well, just want to let y'all know the Vegas line came out earlier today, and Bosch's team is -4.5. So
Told you.
Is that the AB line now?
yeah.
The Vegas line? Is that the AB line?
No, it's a whole nother line. AB. I don't know what he was doing last week, man, because he pump faked us a couple times. First, he said he was gonna bet his mortgage and his house and everything. For you guys to win. Then later it predicted Hamada's team to win, and then saying that Bosch team, I don't know where he was at in terms of that. So we don't mess with AB's
That's
lines. Yeah.
That's 80. Yeah.
So Vegas though got y'all 4.5.
You
What
remember
do you
that
think?
line where it says believe half of what you see, none of what you hear? That was for 80.
Shout out to AB though, real talk.
AB.
He be on top of his
AB's
game.
man, I love
He's at a softball game.
Man,
Yeah, he's at a softball game, or else he would be here today. You know he would be in the building right now sharing his thoughts. Prediction of your game. How you guys think the game is gonna turn out?
Listen, guys, everyone forgets about Osama. He's been out for the entire year. Incredibly gifted shooter, gifted scorer, and I think he's gonna come out big. I say we win 10 plus. Easy.
Nice.
So
MVP, Bosch.
you got to give it to Bosch/Moti.
There you
You got
go.
to give Moti credit.
There you go. So basically, a couple predictions. Jimmy said Team Bosch back-to-back championship, winning by 13. And then Moti and the crew were on a mission all season, and the two fantasies are keeping them focused, said Tony. All right? Did you got any prediction or anything like that?
Do you have a prediction? We both
not
got
really.
brothers on the team, so
really? No,
it's complicated.
I don't got too much.
I'm just a sideline reporter.
Listen, I hope. Yeah, we hope nothing for the best. That's what we
Yeah.
hope. We just hope for a great game.
I might be a fan in the stand. I'm sorry, because the whole family's coming out. So
Yeah.
yeah, they were mad at me. I got a call from the cousins talking about where you at. So
Was Mookie there yesterday? I don't think I seen him when I hit there
no,
yesterday.
but my cousins, all my family's from the South End. They be going over there watching the games with them. So now I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
we're all coming out.
Now, Faddis played really well yesterday. Faddis definitely played really
We
well.
understand he played. How many times you guys want to shut up the guy?
Hey, because
Hey,
we gotta
we
understand
shot
his
him
journey.
out. How many
His journey
more
is-
minutes we got?
We got
I can shout him out for every
another
3
half
minutes.
hour. Yeah. So listen,
How many times you
He's
guys
a journey.
we
he had a
understand.
journey. He has a journey. You know what I'm
Mashallah,
saying?
Ali, okay, he's a good player. Stop shouting him out. You guys shut him out 10 times
Well, hey,
in 10 minutes.
hopefully his brother could do a nice yearbook for him when the season's all said and done.
His brother Muhammad lost me a 16-point lead. I'm just saying.
Really?
Oh, he has a Malahi.
Can you want to tell us that story? You want to share that story with us?
First season in the league, we're up by 16 against the Bills team. Fahmi Allah Shfi got hurt. Obviously, he wasn't a point guard. And then Shafiq and Malahi, they decided to be Steve Nash. We're up and down, up and down. You're up by 16, you slow down the game, Malahi.
And they try to hit you with fast breaks all day.
And you watch the tape, I'm yelling, slow it down to the top of my lungs. And all you see is Malahi, you know,
Head
all
down.
he does. All he did. Him and Shafiq killed me that game.
Well,
16-point lead.
Shout out to the best
And
of
he's
the
sitting
best.
here talking about Fantasy on the
Never forget. Never forget. Our second sponsor is BMI.
Yeah,
By the way, Balahi's still bitter a little bit. Just text came in about a couple hours ago. Sorry, Mo. He's upset that how come the league is ending so soon, and he wanted to play through September. This guy really thinks we're NBA salaried players. I mean, you know.
That's what we call that.
You know.
That's funny. All right, Hamada said, I got Bosch by 13. That's another 13. That's two
Who's
people
that?
saying 13. Hamada,
Yeah.
he said, Hussein got to step up to Bosch only way. And then Tony says, stop blaming Mookie, please. Who else is there to blame? BMI, the best of the best of the best, yes. But who else is there to blame? Is anyone else to really blame?
No, he
Yeah.
was barely. I mean, there was only two people to blame that time.
All right.
Shafiq and
So,
Mookie. That's it.
Shafiq and
Tony's
Mookie. We
being
know
good.
that.
Tony's being
Hey,
good.
that was 2 seasons ago, right?
We got to let it go.
Yeah, we never forget. Forgot
Oh,
it.
wow.
Hashtag never
I don't
forget.
forget L's.
We never forget.
I don't forget the L's.
Yeah, and
I forget
Mohammed
the
wanted,
victories. I don't forget.
Mohammed wanted to play to September is funny. I swear to God.
Yeah, it is.
I swear to God.
Well, you know, go ahead.
He really thinks BG wants to go through this for another couple months.
Yeah, trust me. If there's the happiest person right now, is BG.
Oh, yeah.
I already know BG is like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
Thank God. One more week.
Great job, BG.
Shout out to BG. Shout out to Hammer Time. I want to give a shout out to our second sponsor of today, which is Forts and Quick Lube. Shout out to Forts and Quick Lube. Location is 14747 Ford Road, Dearborn, Michigan. Their number is 313-791-7520. Forts and Quick Lube is featured by Mobile One. Only Mobile One featured oil change in East Dearborn. They service all make and models and have the best deals and even better prices. Great service as well. Open since 2014. Shout out to Forts and Quick Lube out there in East Dearborn.
Shout out Force and Quick Loop.
Yes. So, with that said, believe it or not, Tony did say shout out to BG for putting up with everybody's drama. It is true. We mentioned it earlier.
A lot of grown men.
Being a commissioner is not easy of anything.
That's-
Fantasy.
and that's the sad part, man. It should be easy, and what he did is unbelievable. He doesn't get enough credit. He never did, never will. All the committee guys, Leswan, Shafiq.
Yeah.
You know, we did, get on them a little bit, but people don't see the behind the scenes work.
They
It takes
don't.
a lot of time, a lot of work.
Yeah, I know. And that's good that we do give the time to give them shout outs because they definitely deserve the work, deserve the shout out for all the work that they do. I want to know, Faddis, man, because this is our first time having you on the show,
Man,
first of all.
we should have got the other Faddis in here.
Yeah, we should have.
Nah, he's busy. He's good.
He's
Kid's getting haircuts for Eid. He's busy as
Okay.
ever. He's doing me a favor.
Sorry, go ahead.
there you go.
Yeah,
Teamwork. All right. So I
I
want
give
to
him
know.
the shout outs. He's getting the haircut.
Yeah, right
That's
now-
why I have a shout out.
And he's checking in like, oh, he better have said that. He better have said my name.
When I read the list, I saw like 15 topics. All we've talked about so far is Fantasy.
Yeah.
One topic.
Just want to just mention this right quick. Like, what kind of player, were you growing up? It's your first time being on the show, so I want
He
to
was
know,
actually
like,
a football player.
okay, what
Scott
position?
Mitchell.
What position? Oh, quarterback?
Yeah,
Really?
quarterback.
I mean, you went, yeah. I mean, around the neighborhood, yeah, I was the quarterback.
He was a
Okay.
quarterback.
Always.
He was
Okay.
QB1.
But as far as basketball, I think it was 1999, the
When you
first
started?
CRSD
That's when you started playing?
championship. No. I kind of got my basketball skills kind of from football. Just
Yeah.
playing defense, making the passes,
Or tackling people.
hitting the shots,
Running over people? Running over people?
using all 6 fouls. Yeah. But first championship was with Fadallah, Momeri, and Yusuf Shihab, if anybody
What year?
remembers him. 1999, first.
That was when Momeri was good.
We'll talk about that later. But yeah, as far as my skills, I really wasn't a basketball player. It was just, just being a good athlete, I guess. I could, I still can't dribble, and I can't do a lot of stuff that I want to do. But
When did you progress as a player? What?
I don't.
Because the way I watch you now wasn't what I remember growing up. Like, I remember, I'm not trying to make fun of you, but I remember growing up, you couldn't play at all. Like, you're okay.
I mean,
you're decent.
Yeah,
Well,
that's-
now, mashallah,
I
you
still
just-
think I'm still decent. It's just
No, you're good. You're
there's-
much better now.
There's not a lot of guys that go out there and look for people to distribute the ball. There isn't
Yeah.
enough. Everybody, like you guys said,
That's
everybody
true.
wants to dribble between their legs and come get this pick. Come here, let me go around you. And I wasn't like that. I never was. I always look at the floor and see where's their advantages at and expose it.
The point guard and
So-
center are two of the most crucial spots in basketball.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
For sure, man. And I see you a facilitator first. I respect that. You don't see that many people out there anymore like that. Like you said, definitely a facilitator first. How about football? Did you play high school ball or?
No. I had my moments, plays and stuff like that, but it wasn't what anybody thinks. So I mean, it was just I played a lot. The park was literally across the street from us, so we played football almost every day for the last, ever since we were like 7, 8 years old until even after I got married. We just always played.
Who's the
football.
better quarterback, you or Maher?
We could Google Maher's numbers after the show and we could figure out what he did. I hope too. I hope we could extend this basketball league into a flag football league. I really do.
It's dangerous.
But it's
man.
going to go into a third
Football's tough.
Flag football. I think we could be okay.
But it won't be flag football with this group.
Two-hand
What would it
touch,
be?
Whatever you want to
It'll
call
be
it.
tackle football.
Oh, okay. I can see it turning into that. Well, believe it or not, we're going to shift it over. Obviously, feel free to comment if you like. We got a couple people. Jameen also said shout out to the guy that records the games and uploads it to the YouTube channel. God bless him.
Absolutely.
Tony said all of them for sure. Another great assist by Faddis. Player comparison B-ball is definitely Draymond. And then Jameen said, mashallah, I want to be like Fahmy when I grow up. Not many people say that.
That's the first time I heard that. Let's
Yeah,
let's
let's keep it
screenshot
going.
that and
He's
everything.
6'5". What do you mean when he grows up?
I should have never. Alright, Detroit Sports Tigers. They got, I think they own like 3-game win streak.
Riley Green.
Yeah, Riley Green
walk
looks
off.
good. It looks good.
Looks
Anything-
great. I'm voting him to the All-Star.
Really?
Yeah.
Don't get greedy. He just came. He said he's gonna move to the
He
All-Star.
played like 20-something games per game.
Yeah, but overall, Tigers disappointing, but it's okay. They'll get to where they need to get to.
Is Alavila going to finish the season?
I don't think so.
Cool.
I think by the time
I wish
trade.
Moti hears this part when we were arguing, remember, a month
Yeah.
ago?
No, we kind of mentioned it last week, and he was kind of like a little quiet about it. And
Okay.
I think he sees what we
That's
see
cool.
now. But the Tigers, I see them by the trade deadline, hopefully making that move because I don't think they want him to make the decisions like selling players. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if they want him
There
to do
was
that.
something I heard about. I got to make sure. I got to double check, but go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna move on to the Lions. We could definitely go back to that though. What are your thoughts on the Lions? I mean, do you keep up with the Lions?
Yeah, I mean, the Lions got a lot of work to do. The quarterback issue obviously is not the best. And I know they drafted a couple of receivers, somebody in the first round from Alabama, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think it's enough. You really don't see a lot of receivers come straight from college and just make an impact.
Yeah.
It just doesn't happen. So they got a lot of work to do. I'm just expecting improvement, especially with the coaching staff. So hopefully they could be near 500. So we'll see.
Yeah. I was thinking 7 wins. That's why I'm still sticking with that around that number.
I would have wanted him to get 7 wins. I'd rather him
I know.
get 2 or 3 wins so they can get a better pick.
Yeah.
Because next year's draft is loaded.
The problem is like
QBs.
yeah. The problem is I don't know. I feel like
I
we're
mean,
just.
we've already invested 30 years of trash. You might as well get one more year and try to get better.
I
We're
agree.
too good right now to lose only.
That's the only problem though. I really do think like we're
We're more
a
than
solid team.
Yeah.
Man.
We're probably going to get like 5 wins.
He
6
lost
wins.
a lot of close games last
Yeah,
year.
Yeah, a lot of close games.
Jared Goff needs weapons. I mean, he had weapons with the Rams, and he did some good things, but I mean, he couldn't take them to where they wanted to be, and now he's got
Major downgrade.
Yes, and his best weapon is a tight end.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, man. I won't be surprised the Lions make some noise this year, man, because they're balanced. They're doing it the right way. It's building from inside out. Got the good offensive line. This year we focus on defensive line, and I just think I saw a stat that a team that has the most money invested into their offense, we're number 1, which I couldn't believe. But a lot of it has to do with our linemen. Like, we're paying them because they're showing up.
Yeah.
And obviously Goff has a bad contract right now too.
Yeah.
But with that said, we're the number 1 team in terms of giving money to these guys. So, like, I don't know, man. That's why I'm saying 7 wins. And to be honest with you, I think that's like the minimum.
Max?
The minimum.
7
Really?
wins.
Yes, I'm
Wow.
telling you guys, like, we have an easy schedule this year.
Yeah.
You guys are gonna be
We're
surprised.
like number 4, I think.
And we're balanced. Like, it's like you said. How many games did we lose last year?
A
that
lot,
were like,
man.
yeah. So it's like
a handful of games.
So, like, imagine we just flip those games alone, just those games. It would be at least 7, 8 wins probably.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't know. We'll see what happens though. But the ones that I didn't want to talk about was the Pistons. More so, we can get into them. Their first summer league game is tomorrow. Like, who are you guys looking forward to watching the most? I think everybody's playing, by the way. Like,
Everybody
Cade,
wants to see
Isaiah.
Poison Ivy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Did you guys hold on? Side note: did you guys see
Chet?
Holmgren last
Oh
night?
my God.
So that's what I wanted to get into.
Oh my God.
Listen, I was having a conversation
Oh my
with
God.
Tony and Moti. I was like, guys, yeah, he's skinny.
But
Of
he
course
plays
he
like
is.
So was KD.
Yeah, like,
who do you
Remember when
play
me and Moti were going at it?
I tried not to compare him to KD because it's like so
Well,
like
who shot him out?
outrageous.
He's like
Who
a
shot him out
He's a
yesterday?
Porzingis.
Outrageous.
KD.
Did he really?
KD gave him a shout
He's,
out.
he's like a big ass Porzingis.
Yeah, so I said that was his
Who's this again?
Chet Holmgren.
Chet
He
Holmgren.
broke the record for blocks yesterday in a
Listen, man.
Summer league?
But he
Yeah,
dropped like
6
24
blocks.
points.
Like
He had like
23.
6 blocks. He had like
3
5
pointers, driving in,
assists.
dunking, shooting,
For his game.
blocking.
He's a good
He
he's a
shot
great player.
very well. He was like 7 for 11 by the way, like
But
very good
he's,
percentage
he's
too.
tiny. He's not tiny. He's very skinny.
He's like KD when he first got into the league.
Yeah, he's
Not skill wise. I'm talking about.
The reason why I was confident in him is because he's a bucket. Like, he can get it, and he also, like, people compare him to Porzingis. Porzingis ain't as smooth as
Yeah,
him.
he can't dribble like him.
I'm talking about his size and his shooting.
100%. I told people, like, that's a
Like,
good
he's like KD
comparison.
when he dribbles.
Yes, and like he's a bucket, and like in this NBA now, I was like, bro, he's gonna. I told Moti and Tony, I was like, he's gonna get 15, 16 in his rookie year. I was like, at least. And Tony was like, I'm pushing it. I was like, bro, he's gonna get 15, 16 points a game. Like, cause first of all, he's on OKC. He's on OKC. Let's be real right
He's
now.
gonna
Like,
have a lot of options.
yeah,
Josh Giddey is a great point guard. Too.
and then he got Shy. But those are the 3 players that are probably gonna get the most shots. I won't be surprised if Chet ends up putting more than all of them because of the fact that he's he's a guy.
He's the biggest guy in the court.
Yeah, like he's the big man. You can give it to him down low. He can shoot. So I can see him shooting the most.
Only in our league, the 30 and over league, is where the biggest guys have no impact. Everywhere else in the world, they have impact.
Oh man, if I had a big man on my team, you gotta give it to him down low all day. I was watching you yesterday, by the way. Billy, mashallah, I was watching him next to Sufi. I was like, man, you're making Sufi look small right now, bro.
Sufi is small.
Sufi plays big. He plays big.
He's small. He's tiny. I didn't even see him. He's like an ant.
I was watching Billy. I was like, man, Billy, you'd be putting up 30 a game, bro.
Listen, man, I'm a team player. But I just want to reiterate something. Sufi is small. He's extremely small. I didn't even
He
know
plays big though. He plays big.
He does.
Not
He
when-
does.
Not when I'm there.
He does. Listen, I give him a hard time, probably more than anybody else. And Sophie's a hell of a player.
I think he should have been the captain of Manowar's team. He should have been officially captain because Manowar is a great player, but he's not the person to lead the charge. Straight up.
So, going back to Chet, I think that is very high. Who do you want to see from the Pistons, though, tomorrow? I mean, Summer League starts tomorrow. Are you excited to watch anybody?
I know they did pretty well in the draft. They traded for a couple of guys. I just want to see them, if they get a chance to play together, how that's going to look.
I want to see Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren.
Yeah.
I want to see their first 2 picks. I want to see how they do on the court. I really didn't follow them in college.
Yeah.
But they're saying that we got some couple of steals.
If Sadiq Bey is like your 3rd or 4th option, you got a great team.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
For sure. I'm looking
Sadiq
forward
Bey
to this.
gave us 50 in one game. He scored 50 in the NBA game.
I think
you're not a punk.
they're drafted. They drafted a young, hungry team.
Troy
Yeah.
Weaver.
You could see it.
Troy Weaver is a man. I was looking at contracts and age. So Kelly Olynyk and Corey Joseph are the only 30-year-olds on our team. They're 31, I believe, both of them.
Wow.
Everybody else is like 25 or younger. and that's the way to do it. You
Yep.
know, that's the way to do it. Is
And
go,
the cap space, and also all the picks he acquired by making these trades. So he's setting it up for the future. He's not thinking about today.
yeah.
So even if it doesn't work out, he's still got a lot of options.
Like next year, we'll have probably again one of the most, if not the most, cap space going into the free agency with, you know,
A young team.
yes, a young team.
I mean, with the team they got already, they don't even need to get somebody that's really big.
They do. We need once
Now
we
imagine
take,
you
once
can
we
get
take
that
it
one
serious.
X factor,
Once
that
we
one
get
big
serious.
star. That
Who's
Hey,
the
by the
big
way,
player that you-
I don't
what
want to
kind
say
of
this. What kind of player I could? I mean, see, first of all, we're not gonna land like a KD because we're not the KD market. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta land like
I
a
wouldn't even
tier
want-
B,
yeah.
tier B player, but it's like still like could be a budding star kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think on the top of my head who
It doesn't
falls.
have to be an exact name. Give me a style. Like what kind of style? Like a Paul George?
Yes, I think he's a great. But I don't want him because of the fact that his miles, you know, and he has injury history. So I wouldn't want him at this point. But he's a
Paul
great,
George type, you mean.
great category. You know what I'm saying? Like Jimmy Butler, I don't think he'll ever leave Miami, but that kind of category player. Where it's like he's not tier 1, I think, but tier 2 right there. I'm not saying Jimmy Butler will come to Detroit, but I think we could get somebody like that because we're gonna have money.
I think after next year, when these players, because these players want to win, right? They don't want to go to Detroit and play with.
Exactly.
So I think when they see the opportunity and the potential, I think that'll draw a lot of interest from some certain players. Because I believe next year there's gonna be a lot of free agents.
Yes, next year's the class.
There'll be some guys who'll be like, you know what, pay me, and I want to play with these guys at the
Yep.
same time.
But isn't KD in the conversation? Rumors come to Detroit?
Bro, I wouldn't be surprised. But the problem is you're gonna need a lot for him, man, and I don't want to do that yet.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it yet, man. I don't want to give up on these young guys. I want to watch them for one more year, and then we'll see where we're at after next year. You know, because we go all in on KD, it don't work out the first year, we're gonna look like idiots, and we're gonna
Yep.
say Troy is an idiot. You know, and our whole mindset's gonna change on the guy. Like right now, he's doing a great
Well,
job.
when's he going to lose if he gets KD for a 1-year contract?
I don't know. Somebody told me his contract is not more. Is it more than a year? I feel like somebody told me he has like a
I
couple.
think 3 years or 2
Yeah,
years
I
left.
think he has a couple more years
Yeah.
left.
I think 3 years.
I mean, my question is, what do you lose if you get him for 2 years? You pay him $60 million.
Whoever
$70
you're
million.
gonna
You
give up
lose
for him.
Sadiq
I mean,
Bey,
you-
probably. You're
you're-
losing Isaiah Stewart. You're losing
You
Killian
You
Hayes.
give up good players, and you're not grooming them at the same time because Kevin Durant wants the ball in his hands.
Oh, okay, so it's a
It's
sign
a-
and trade. Then you got to trade for him.
Of
Okay,
course.
I thought he was leaving. I thought they were.
No,
No, he's asking to
he's
get
under
traded.
contract.
You gotta
He's under
trade for him.
contract.
Oh snap! Okay.
Ahmad that just said breaking news: both Fantasys will be traded for number 1 overall pick Mo and Haj. Yeah, Moti's laughing. Then he said Durant. I was seeing this today. So the Jeremy Grant trade just got accepted. So I was wondering. I was like, maybe the Jalen Durant, like maybe we won't see him play yet. And he said, yeah, he won't play because trade needs to be completed. So that's unfortunate that these trades are taking this long. I didn't know that this was the rule. But I just seen the Jeremy Grant trade just got approved, and I was thinking
Wow.
like, yeah,
That happened a couple weeks ago, right?
exactly.
Wow.
So I'm assuming that Durant didn't get approved that, and Moti just confirmed it. So we probably wouldn't watch him in the summer league, which
Moti
kind of
working
sucks.
around the clock, man.
Moti, man,
Working around the clock.
he is, man.
He's
He's got
getting finding
ESPN
as we're
on
speaking.
right now.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the NFL right quick. Baker Mayfield got traded to Carolina. Are y'all NFL guys? Baker Mayfield. I mean, this was like a middle move right here.
Yeah.
Not too crazy, but fantasy-wise, is it better for Panthers receivers or worse?
Number 1, Robbie Anderson hates him.
Yes. Robbie Anderson
Number
tweeted out,
2,
said if he, like,
as soon as they said Baker Mayfield might get traded, first thing he said is no.
Yeah, that's
with like
embarrassing.
7 O's at the
and then
end.
he ends up getting traded to
And he ended
Carolina.
up getting traded to Carolina 2 months later. But
And
Ben
so-
McAdoo is your offensive coordinator, big dog. So, I mean, you got McCaffrey, you got DJ Moore. They're still solid, but they got better with.
Did they get better?
Yeah, they got better.
Okay.
It was Sam Darnold.
I
If they get Billy, they'll get better.
Sam Darnold. I feel like Sam Darnold.
Crazy fact: Sam Darnold was picked number 3. Baker Mayfield was picked number 1. Same draft. They're both on the Panthers.
Yeah,
Like they're taking the trash.
that's embarrassing.
Everybody's trash. That's
That
what the
draft
Panthers are
is-
doing.
That's embarrassing.
And
Sam.
Lamar Jackson went 32.
Yes, and he's the best
What's up
player.
with Deshaun Watson? What's going on with him?
Oh, he's
I think
all
he's
he
not gonna
needs-
get suspended
he's
all
not
year,
gonna get
man.
suspended no more.
I know. I think he's gonna get suspended half the season.
Yeah, he is gonna get suspended, but
Not the whole year.
I think this trade just told you like, yo, it's not gonna be something serious.
They probably heard something.
They know.
I heard that they're gonna claim that last year was like a suspension, and then 8 games this year, so he pretty much got like a whole year and a half. Because he didn't play last year. You know, it was what was the reason why? I forgot.
why he didn't play
Yeah.
last year.
No, he didn't play last year.
I know.
Because there's allegations, right?
I'm pretty sure it was. Yes, it was the
Yeah,
beginning.
it
The
was
starting with
allegations.
the allegations started in the off season, and
Yep.
the cameras were always there, and
Oh, okay.
and he just stepped away
Okay, it's been that long.
Yeah.
I don't remember. That's what I was.
because it
wondering.
started off with like 10.
No,
Yeah.
no, hold on. He was also upset with the coach
Oh yeah, and the
hiring
owner.
new coach.
Oh yeah, because they traded. They traded Hopkins that offseason, I think it was.
Yeah.
Was it
They
last?
tried to Hopkins, and then they didn't really listen to his input. They asked him, "Hey, what do you want?" And then I guess he made an input, and then they went behind his back and got somebody without telling him, "Hey, what do you
That's
think
how
about
it
him?"
started.
That's how it started.
Yeah.
I
And
remember.
then the news came out because he
Yeah.
wanted to get traded. He demanded to
Yep.
be traded.
He held out, and then the
Yeah.
allegations came out, and the people
And he
thought
stepped
maybe it
down.
was just an inside thing going on to make him look bad, and
Yeah.
that was the rumors. Yeah.
There you go. So what's going on? Honestly, it seems like they're gonna roll with Jacoby Brissett and Cleveland Browns. He
They're
somehow
still solid.
he still somehow finds a way on an NFL roster. I don't know how, but he does. Baker Mayfield, what do you think about that trade?
Listen, I don't like him as a quarterback. He was outstanding for Oklahoma, right, in college. Look, when you got offensive line like that and a running game with Kareem Hunt and what's my boy's name?
Nick
Chubb.
Chubb.
Nick Chubb,
Yeah.
and you can't have a decent passing game or even be consistent a little bit. I mean, that tells me a lot about the
He had
quarterback.
Odell too.
I mean,
Listen.
the best thing for a quarterback is to have a running game. That opens up everything.
Yeah.
They spent some money on some tight ends. I know they have the best receivers, but Mayfield going to Carolina, he's got some weapons, but I don't think it's going to make a difference.
I think this is just.
I don't think so.
Carolina is just right now.
A fake Cleveland Brown.
Yeah, they're not
No.
good. I think they did not get that much better. Maybe 1 or 2 games better, but not too much better.
Too many
But-
bonehead plays from Mayfield.
Yeah.
He's not consistent.
Bro, the quarterback position is
He
so
went to the
fun.
AFC Championship 2 years ago. That's crazy.
Yeah, and I don't
See
think
how
it's because
fast
of him,
1 year
really.
can change?
But
Yeah, he lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, remember?
Yeah, I mean, that was when they beat Pittsburgh. Was it when they beat Pittsburgh first?
I believe so,
playoffs?
yeah.
That was a crazy sequence of
Yeah.
plays there. But
But when you get a team like that, but like he couldn't keep the team together. You know, Odell was mad.
Yeah.
Like, you know what really made him bad was the Odell trade. When Odell went to the Rams and scored 16 touchdowns in like 5
Yeah.
games,
who was upset? Mayfield.
that made Mayfield look bad because with Mayfield he only had 2 touchdowns.
I know. He wasn't even getting catches.
no, Baker Mayfield is not good to me. And like I said, the quarterback position is.
Was it because he had Cup there to get the attention?
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's true. But
You know,
You gotta
still,
tell the whole story, but
yeah, but the guy got opportunity though.
yeah.
Yeah, he,
That's what he did
he
in
had
Cleveland.
somebody that actually looked at him and threw it. I think it was looking at him and throwing to him downfield.
But I'm saying,
he
if you,
didn't get
got,
opportunities.
if you get a double man coverage in Cup, doesn't
Yeah, I mean, having Cup and having a better
Yes.
quarterback, yeah, definitely helps. But you got to actually look at the receiver to give him a chance.
I think Baker.
But he had Landry and Odell. Those are not
He did.
decent receivers.
He did.
Not terrible.
Yeah, but Odell was the
You're
main
right.
focal point there.
Yeah.
True.
I'm
True.
just saying, don't just.
So
come
he's
short.
basically Odell right now is a number 2 type of guy.
He's like
Yes.
he's like Avery Abraham in the second season of the 35-0. He was the third option.
Damn.
Wow.
He had 18 points a game. He was the third option. He looked okay. He looked decent, right? Same
Yeah.
thing with Odell.
There you go. Shout out to AB. AB gonna watch this later.
He is.
Shout out to AB. But yeah, man. Honestly, I think not too crazy of a move. I wouldn't be too excited. There are rumors that the Lions might try to get Baker. I'm so happy that
thank
that
God they did.
happened.
That guy's toxic.
I don't know why they think that we would get better by that. I mean, that's probably why they did not make that move. They were like,
We
we're
got, what
definitely
is
not
it,
getting
Goff's
better.
last year?
I think he got one more, but next year he's only like a $15-16 million hit. So it's easy for us
So
to
we
let it
don't
go.
have to keep him for next year.
No,
I mean,
I'm telling
I mean, it might be easier to trade him now.
I'm telling you guys, the formula for the Lions, why I say it's okay to go 7-10, because we still got the Rams pick. Inshallah, they don't win the Super Bowl again. So we got 2 first-round picks, and then hopefully a golf season where he looks decent. So we can offer a team that's in the top 3, like, hey, we can give you 2 first-rounders and a Jared Goff that had a good year, by the way, not that expensive. Let us move in the top 3 if we have to. That's hopefully the goal. You know what I'm saying? You don't see Goff doing that?
I mean, no, I could see him. I could see some desperate teams like this year. You got
Washington
situations
took-
like Cleveland. You got
Washington took Carson
injuries,
Wentz.
season-long
Yeah.
injuries. Some people like, let's give us Goff. We'll take care of him for 1 year.
Yeah.
And but eventually, at the end of the day, he's a bridge quarterback.
He is.
Somebody has to come in. I don't know what their mindset is. If they're looking at somebody in college right now, they're recruiting or a free agent that's going to happen in a couple of years. But I mean, the quarterback position. That's where
We're getting a
it starts
quarterback
to fall.
100% next
Yes,
year.
but
We
they-
know that.
But they can't miss. That's
Yeah,
what hurts. When
but
you
there's like
miss-
4 or 5 good quarterbacks coming out. There's not just 1 or 2. They only talk about 2. But there's actually a couple more guys coming out. But
You never
Just-
know, and
yeah,
Yeah.
even like
But you
with
got
CJ
a lot of
Stroud.
teams looking for quarterbacks too.
A lot of teams are going to be
You
looking for
know,
quarterbacks.
the Redskins. You got the Saints. You got the Eagles got a question mark right now. They're trying to figure out if
I
Homeboy's
don't
going to play
understand
good or
that.
not.
I don't know why they always disrespect Hurts like that.
Hurts is gonna be good, man. Listen.
That's that. I mean,
Hurts got
everyone's. I mean,
Stronger.
listen. This is it. They surrounded him with my man Brown from Tennessee.
AJ Brown, yeah.
Okay, and I don't think he's got the
And
best
they-
running back, but they got a decent running
Miles
back with Miles
Sanders.
Sanders. You know, they got
He's decent.
Goddard's a great tight end. I think he's an underrated tight
They got
end. He can
Devontae
play.
Smith they drafted in the
Devontae
first
Smith,
round.
So this is it. They're gonna say, okay,
This is
you think you're good? Show us.
Win the division now.
Yeah,
Yeah, and so I mean, I'm over here just looking at the NBA contracts for the next segment. But yeah, honestly, I think the Hurts and the Eagles are gonna be really good this year. They're gonna be. What are you looking for right now?
That's my
Zeke?
team. That's my team right there.
Dallas. I'm
Dallas?
sorry, man.
That's my team.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
about that team.
why do the Cowboys only have 1 star?
Because they traded Amari Cooper?
No, because that's their rating.
Oh.
Hey, Billy be coming in. By the way, I told you guys, Billy be coming in with the Lions. What are you about to say, Fatis?
No, I love his teeth. I'm
Hey, I'm trying to look for the deals, for the money deals. Just want to give a quick shout out to our last sponsor. Then we'll get into NBA free agency trade grades because I know these guys got to get out at 7. So we want to make sure that we get them out on time. So shout out to Unique Coney Island, location 33102 DeQuinder Road, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken qalaba, shawarma, gyro, and much more. Also, they have a reward system now where every 100 points you get $7 off of your meal. So shout out to Sambo, Big Nate, Big Nasty, everybody over there at Unique Coney Island. We appreciate them. Y'all know Sambo. Sambo was in the league that you guys are in as well. Great guy. Great guy. You about to say something?
the nicest guy
He is, man.
on the court.
I haven't seen him. I don't think I heard him say 3 words since I met him.
The nicest guy on the court. You won't hear a peep from him.
He has a little
and,
Puerto Rican mustache, like a thin one.
There's a couple times, I kind of got him a little bit, and I felt so guilty.
He just goes and plays. He doesn't,
I
he
just
doesn't
felt
care
so
what
guilty.
nothing
He's the
phases
nicest guy.
Yeah.
Nicest guy.
Very good guy, man. Very good guy. Shout out to Sambo. I tried to look up the specific money. I'll try to get close to the number because I think I could kind of remember them. So I'm gonna give you guys these deals just quickly. Give me their grades. The player, the team. The team, I mean, that is. Okay, first we're gonna start off with free agencies. Starting off with Jalen Brunson, I believe it was 4 years, $104 million. What do you give the Knicks?
Listen, I think it was a great pickup. Jalen Brunson is. I think he's got the tools to be a complete point guard. He could drive as well as any point guard that I've seen. He's underrated driving in. He could shoot. He could pass. I love the signing. By the way, I am a Knicks fan as well.
Okay, that's
and
that's where we're going with it.
They finally. I think they got him for a good price too. I think they got a great bargain deal.
Kasim Amin and Ferris also got
$26 million.
I mean, listen, he didn't get his chance to shine, and when he did, I think he made the most of it. I mean, the balls was in my man's hands all the time.
Yeah, it was.
So I think he's got a couple nice tools and weapons on the Knicks, and I think if they, I don't know who they're going to bring in, but he needs somebody alongside. Of course, he's not going to take over games, but I think it's a great pickup.
All right, so what do you give it? Grade wise,
Out of what? Out of 10?
just like
A,
a letter
B, C,
grade.
D.
A, B, C, D.
A.
A.
For that value, A.
I got C plus.
C plus. Same thing I was gonna say.
C plus. I think it's like it's
They
like
had Alec Burks, who was a great point guard, but he said, listen, the Knicks is a place where point guards go to die.
Alec Burks?
Yeah, he was good. What was the other point guard they had his name?
they had
Charlie
Derrick
Ward?
Rose.
Young kid. No, young kid.
We said Charlie Ward.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Which point?
The young my man with the long curly hair. I forget his name, man.
You,
I'm trying to think right now.
Listen.
They've been tough on point guards.
listen, the last probably decent guard they had was that Chinese guy.
Jeremy Lin.
No.
I was about to say
Alec,
that.
Alec Burks is a button, but
Alex.
my man? What was the coach's name? Thibodeau, whatever his name. What's his name?
You talking about Derrick Rose?
No, man. They had 2 guards on the team. One big Alec Burks, one of the Pistons side.
Yeah.
He's a point guard. He's a
Yeah.
big point guard.
Yeah.
He was good. He could ball. I'm telling you, he was good watching. Jalen Brunson is not your savior. I'm sorry.
I didn't say savior.
I'm saying that was a horrible
I think
pickup.
it's a great signing. You got to build your team somewhere, and I think they got him for a good deal. He's still young, and he could play. You guys,
Do you
gotta
know
watch
why
him.
it
He
was a
could
good
play.
deal?
Because they tampered.
Why?
Tampered.
You know they
hired his dad. They hired his dad.
Well, his dad got roots with the Knicks. He
Yeah.
played for the Knicks too. I mean, I don't think he was good as a son. I think he was a backup. Point guard.
At best.
That's not saying much.
Yeah,
What do you give
but-
it?
But
Play for the Knicks.
So that's average. It's not. I mean, it's not impactful, big impact, but
Okay.
average. Keep the team intact, so it's not bad. Didn't hurt him.
All right. Let's keep it going. we're gonna go with let me see right here. John Walls. John Wall had a 2-year, $13 million.
What is he, a
deal.
wide receiver?
He's going. He's
How is that?
going. He's going to the Los Angeles Clippers. I think I'm monumental to him because I thought it was a great deal.
Is he
why?
starting
Because
or is Reggie
it's-
Jackson still starting?
I mean, I guess they're gonna just battle it out.
Yeah,
They're
get him.
gonna battle it out.
Low risk, high reward.
Yeah.
player. I mean,
Now he's going to get to
is-
play
is he-
alongside with Kawhi for maybe, I don't know if Paul George wants to play. Are they still on the team?
Yeah, they're still
All
there.
right, just want to make sure.
But how many seasons did he miss?
3.
He's a little
He
rested.
played last year for the Houston Rockets, I believe.
Yeah, he did for like
Couple
20
games.
games.
I think he's coming in trying to prove to the league he's like he gets him a little money and dip before
Yeah, before he calls it a life.
Yeah, and I think the Clippers are desperate. I think they needed, the
Well,
Patrick
he's
Beverly
a-
project that didn't work out. They need,
He's a ball dominant guard though.
he is, but they have one right now.
Reggie Jackson, but he's not a ball dominant guard.
I mean, he
He's
likes
a facilitator, but he can be ball dominant when he needs to be. When he
I would not call Reggie a facilitator, man.
Yeah,
He
he's
He's
a
a
shooting
scorer
guard.
more than anything.
Listen,
Yeah.
I'm the biggest Reggie Jackson fan in the world.
Fan?
Yes.
I do not
What?
like him.
I'm the
Who the
biggest.
hell's a fan
Don't
of
talk
Reggie
trash about my man Reggie Jackson.
I'm not a big fan of
I was
him.
a huge fan of him with the Pistons. Huge.
Moti liked him too.
I like
didn't
him
have
when
any
he was in
weapons.
OKC.
He didn't have any weapons.
OKC was his best seasons.
Yeah.
I think last season and a half he's been playing really well for the Clippers by himself, just taking over games. I've been
It's
seeing.
crazy, yeah. It's crazy.
been
I watched
like, bro.
Reggie Jackson. I'm like, dude, this is hilarious.
But with the Pistons, I figured whatever.
Too much task.
Yeah.
John Wall, he's just looking for money.
Gary Payton. I think it was like 3 years, 34.
Faris Malahi.
There you go.
That's Gary Payne.
Gary Payton, listen,
Junior.
And I just shout him out again?
He's
Yeah, you
a,
did.
He's a great role player. He understands his role, but you're not going to see him dribbling down the court and setting up plays and taking a pick.
He had to go for the money.
He
Yeah, he had to. Well,
he knows his role. He splits defense and cut to the basket.
That's how you win championships.
He's not going to dribble the ball on the 3-point line and kind
That's
of
how you
the
win
ball.
championships.
I think it's a good deal for Portland. I think he's a good player. Like, one of those players that, like, he's not great at anything,
No.
but he's just like a good player to have on your
yes.
team.
Local
Yes.
Portland's making some moves, man. They
Yeah.
got Jeremy Grant now. They got.
They're building a
Gary
nice
Payne.
team, but they're still missing a star. They need a star.
Damian Lillard's not a star.
I'm saying they need a
Next
star.
How many
Next
stars you need, bro?
They need a
You need
star.
a couple
Yeah.
now.
How many stars you need now?
I think two,
Two,
so that
three.
Grant could be
Watch-
3,
ask
Nurkic could
LeBron.
be 4.
That's LeBron, how many stars you need?
LeBron.
Big trades. I mean, well, somewhat big trades. Rudy Gobert trade.
To the
What
Timberwolves?
do you give the Timberwolves? What do you give the Utah Jazz?
You
That
give
one- that
Utah
one
Jazz
shocked me a little
everything.
bit. Not only
Hey.
they traded him, but who they traded him to? They kept him in the same conference.
I-
Usually
I-
they don't
You
do
don't think they're
that.
gonna shop around Cat though?
No.
I mean, even if you do, he's still valued. They're
Cat
gonna get
is
something
maxed
for
out
him.
too, right?
But that
Yeah.
tells me they're trying to rebuild. That, I mean,
Utah?
Utah.
Yeah,
Hey.
that tells
What
me
grade
that
do you give it?
That tells me that Donovan
Yeah.
Mitchell is
for
going to be
Utah.
available.
I mean,
Yes.
you can't really grade it.
That's a
'cause
player.
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell's a great category.
He was supposed to come to the Pistons
Pistons.
anyway.
He's next way out. I think he's next
Yeah,
one
I
out.
think
Yeah,
that's
he
a
is.
great
Guaranteed.
player.
They're
that
flushing
I can
the
see us
system over
getting
there.
him.
Yeah, but Utah, you can't really grade them yet because you don't know where they're
No.
going to get returned.
What do you grade for
So,
the trade?
Yeah.
Who'd they get?
Rudy Gobert.
Oh, they got Patrick Beverly. He's going to Utah.
Yeah, some other three
Malik,
more guys.
Malik Beasley. They got the player that they drafted this year, like
I
at
don't like
13,
that.
14,
No.
15.
Gobert is a very impactful player. People don't
But
realize
they got
that.
4 first-round picks.
But now look at the Wolves,
You
though.
could
They
miss
got
on all
Cat
those picks, but you already know what you
Gobert,
got in Rudy.
and Anthony Edwards.
I think it was a fair trade. I understand why they did all that. At first, I was like 4 first rounders, but think about it. Like Minnesota's going to be a playoff team, so it's going to be pretty much mid-late first-round picks.
They
4
got to
of them.
compete with Memphis and all them
Yeah,
other
so
Golden
it's like
State and everybody. So you
they-
need a lot of stars, bro.
The only thing is, I wouldn't take on his contract. I'm not a big Rudy Gobert fan. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's solid. I just think that he's getting paid
But
a
now
lot
he's
of
their
money.
third best player.
Yeah.
I think Rudy Gobert, Andre Drummond, those kind of guys are born in the wrong era.
Yeah,
Small
unfortunately.
Small man league.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You put Rudy
Now-
Gobert in the
see,
90s,
now,
he'd be.
That's why I want to pay him because
Now
I
Carl
know the
Anthony
league.
Towns can shoot all the threes he wants. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a 3-point
So
contest.
it's just like having me and Maher on the same team.
I think
Bing bong.
I think they're going to try it out before the trade deadline, and then see if it works out. If it doesn't, then you'll see some teams calling in for.
It's not a league for a big man anymore. The biggest guy that you could probably get on is like a Draymond Green type. That's the biggest guy you can have nowadays.
I want to get you guys out of here by 7. It's 6:59. So I
That's
just
fine.
want to quickly just say like grades. I'm gonna tell you guys name. Just quickly give grades. Malcolm Brogdon, I give Boston an A+.
A plus.
Boston, Malcolm Brogdon from the Pacers, right?
Yep. Gave away a paperclip.
You
and some,
said A plus.
Yes.
They gave away nothing. They gave
They
away
still-
nothing.
they-
I
Still have the
sincerely
rotational
think
players.
Larry
This was
Bird
the-
looked out for his old team.
Basically.
I'm being dead serious because there's no other
I mean, I
reason
like him.
behind it.
He's a
They
good
got
team player
Malcolm
too.
Brogdon for nothing.
Literally
Yeah,
for
yeah.
nothing.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I was
No,
disappointed that
and he's a
Pistons
good
didn't
team
get him.
player too. No, I like that. I like that pickup.
Yeah.
I do.
Do you see what I mean though? How he looked out for his old team, bro.
He did.
He knew they were a piece away. said that we need to get rid of this guy because of his contract, because he's going to want money. We aren't going to pay him. Literally took
No,
nothing.
that is a really good pickup for the Celtics.
Very good.
Absolutely.
Well, grade him. What do you grade him?
That's definitely.
I'd say B plus.
You're a tough teacher, man. That's got to be an A plus.
Yeah, it was a great
Because
move.
of the situation that Boston's in. They're just getting another good player.
He's got to fit in though.
I feel you.
Now,
Kyrie effect.
are these players worth the max? Okay, ready, Cat? Yes or no, Billy?
No.
He's a big man.
Is he?
Worth the max.
Max.
These next guys I'm about to call got max.
No,
max
no.
deals. I also
So-
say no. Carl Anthony Towns not
But
worth
it's
the max.
different. The NBA is different now, man.
Yeah.
The NBA is different. He
I'm
doesn't-
saying no, bro. I don't think he's gonna ever
Carl,
to me.
Carl Anthony Salome.
He's top 5 big guy in the league.
I know he's good.
He's
Minnesota, I understand. Me personally, I don't want to have a player like that on my team on a max contract. Like, to me, Jokic, I'll give him the max. We got a couple more on here. Bradley Beal, I ain't gonna lie to you, I probably wouldn't give it to him over Karl Anthony Towns. Like, to me, because he's a bucket and I know what I'm getting. Karl Anthony Towns, I don't think I'm gonna win with him, man. He's not a winner, bro. He's not a winner. I think he's like he plays like a 1 on a team, obviously, but I think personally, if you're talking about like a championship team, he's a 2 on a championship team because he's not ready to be the 1, in my eyes. Like, to me personally, because I think he's soft, man. It showed in the playoff series. Who did they play against in the first round? It was Minnesota against who did they play? Whoever.
Golden State. right?
No, they played Memphis.
Yeah, like he was nowhere to be found like 2 games. Like nowhere. You can't have that. Even your bad games, you gotta be like decent.
I want to see him play one more year with my man.
Anthony Edwards.
Yes.
Believe it or not, I think I think that's Anthony Edwards' team instead of
It is.
Cat's team.
Well, it is because he's got
He's
he's
taking
got
over.
the flashy skills, and it's
Yeah.
a flashy skill league. So, but I think they could work together. I want to see one more year.
By the way, I want to put this out there. I said Anthony Edwards was gonna be a bust when it was draft day. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Wow.
Not gonna lie. I did say that, and I'm completely
I laughed.
wrong. I love the way he plays. It's the attitude, the confidence. Definitely. Jokic. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
Give him
Zach
a year.
Levine. No, to me.
No.
He's another one. Like, I'm not gonna win with you, bro. I'm not gonna win with you. I don't want you on the max deal.
Yeah, but they
need
to
it.
do
They
something.
have to, though.
They
I
have
understand
to
that
do
they
it.
have
That's their
to.
best
I understand that they have to. But I personally
We need to
wouldn't
start
want.
looking at is that their best player?
DeRozan.
Yes.
DeRozan.
The best
Oh,
player
DeRozan?
to fill up seats. That's how you look
Yeah.
at it.
DeRozan is.
John Morant.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's
Me
another
too.
$10 million.
Me
for
too.
his contract.
I mean,
What?
his injuries, man.
What?
It's true.
He's like
That's
glass.
True. It's
But-
true.
But
I mean, are you going to invest $250 million in a piece of glass?
He's
Listen,
a superstar.
I mean, he deserves it the way he is, but his injuries is what really scares you.
I
He's
look
like
at
Michael
him.
Porter
I
Jr.
love his playing style. He's so aggressive, and I said probably a few months ago that this guy reminds me of a young Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose was flying around the rim.
John Morant
but
will
if he
never win a
lands, If he
championship.
lands awkwardly one time or a couple, that's it.
John Morant will never win a championship. Cool.
No, I mean they were making some noise in the
They
playoffs,
will never win a
and
championship.
they put Golden State on their heels. No, they had a great chance of winning those series. I think.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, it was good. I just want to quickly say, also said shout out to Jimmy for a very good performance yesterday and the whole season. It was a privilege coaching you. And then Hamad that was saying that Justin Jefferson and Chase came out strong. We're talking about rookie receivers that came out strong, but it's not usually happening.
CD
So-
Lamb.
Hold on.
Yeah.
CD Lamb.
I didn't say something real fast. Do you want me or Aussie coaching your team next week?
We'll talk about it after the show.
All right.
Listen.
Yes.
Jamil doesn't get enough credit. This guy posts our videos after our games.
Is that him?
Whether he loses or he wins, he sits there for 2 hours after the game, posts those videos, and big shots out to Jamil.
Yeah,
The best
big
big in the
time,
league.
Big time. Bradley Beal, yes or no? I say yes.
Yes.
Yeah, he's doing.
Yeah.
But he declined it, right?
No,
He left. He declined the old one.
Yeah, to get a
He said,
new
"Give
one.
me a new one."
Zion, that's the biggest question mark.
No.
I say yes, bro.
Listen, I watched him play for a little bit. Man, he's really good.
Yeah.
He's something different. He's
But
unique.
when's the last time he played?
He's like Bosch.
Yeah, I really do see like similarities.
When's the last time he played? I know he's young as hell though, too, right?
Darius Garland from Cleveland.
Who?
Yeah,
Who?
he was an all-star.
He's
Mike
good.
Jones?
He's good.
He was an all-star.
He's
Yeah, but he's not max contract good.
No. Are you gonna win me a championship? Right? Is that the question?
But you got to look at who are they playing alongside with. That's a
I
big
understand, Habibi, but you can spend that money elsewhere and get you somebody who's worth a max contract.
and play with the same guys that Garland's playing with. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but a better player, somebody who deserves it.
Okay, go ahead. Find me someone.
I mean, if you go up to, say, for example, a free agent comes into the market and you're the highest bidder, they're going to go to you most of the time.
There you go.
I like the kid.
I like
Yeah.
him too. We're not saying he's not a good player. I'm just saying that he doesn't deserve a
He's-
big contract.
Yeah. There's
like the house-
some of these guys max contract is after their rookie year, so it's not the super max. There's super maxes, which I think Jokic got, and it's a couple of them, and then there's Morant, and then Garland
didn't
who
get
got
the supermax.
the max.
These are rookie
deal.
extensions.
Yeah, rookie
Yeah.
extension.
Giannis
max
got a
deal.
super max.
Yeah, Giannis got a super max. But believe it or not, guys, there you guys go. Next week, inshallah, if everything works out, we'll be at Access. Is it an Access or is it Salina, the championship?
Access.
Access?
I think it's an Access.
All right, well, we'll be at Access next week. We'll watch Faddis play. We'll watch Coach Billy coach against Faddis. All right.
So it is
On the
official.
record, who do you want? Me or Asri
May the
coaching?
best team win.
On the record,
Is that directly to me?
directly to you. Do you want Asri as your assistant coach, or do you want Billy as your assistant coach? Let me know, Fredo.
Also, he's already commenting, so you can't. You know, he's probably still watching.
Why can't we have both?
No. You're either gonna have one or the other. Thunder or lightning.
You
What
gotta
do you
understand,
want?
we got multi. Okay.
Hey,
I
You got-
said assistant coach.
why can't we have assistant coaches?
Why do you need assistant coaches?
Offense and
The
defensive
more the
coordinator.
better. You know,
Don't be political.
Billy, offensive and defensive coordinators.
you guys both coached Kamal's team, right?
He coached. I was his assistant.
That's fine.
I got
And
him
you,
coffee and
Okay,
stuff.
let us be the assistant. You could be his assistant.
Okay.
Assistant to the
Inshallah.
assistant. All right. There you guys go. This was episode 39 of Fantasy Guys Wednesday show. Shout out to the sponsors. Shout out to everybody. You can subscribe, obviously. Hit the like button. Let's watch this show on Oz Media's YouTube page. You can listen to it later on Apple and Spotify podcast under Oz Media. Shout out to Faddis, man. We appreciate you coming on the
Thank
show.
you. Thank you for
You know
having
what,
me.
fellas? I'm sorry. I got to break the mold. Alsakkaf, I will be against you next week. May the best man win.
There you go.
I knew that was coming.
There you